with his left foot, bro? A very simple question that is very difficult to answer. Who is the best striker in eFootball? The battle for the crown has always been about Andriy Shevchenko, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Michael Owen or Samuel Eto'o, also not to underestimate Kylian Mbappe. But now Konami has released a new contender to fight all these players. Romario. His previous versions were always my first choice, regardless of the modes. Until the Fox in the Box playstyle became more and more ineffective. So that after thousands of games and thousands of goal scorers, I finally had to put Romario on the bench. Now, with the phenomenal finishing version, there is finally another card from him that is a merciless game changer and therefore absolutely worthy of a Romario. But whether he has the potential to become the undisputed #1 in eFootball, I'll show you here in the most detailed striker comparison video on YouTube. Therefore, we are now heading to the first station. The correct progression point distribution of Romario. Shooting 11, passing 0, dribbling 6, dexterity 10 and lower body strength on 9. But also the correct booster crafting is very important for him. Here I'm recommending you to go for the striker's instinct boost. Yes, he already has it as his main boost, but as a second boost on him, this is going to be very well. With this leveling, Striker's Instinct as the booster crafting, and Ruben Amorim as my manager. He looks like this in the game plan with the boost maxed out. 9 stats above 90 plus, and have a look at this. Attacking awareness on 97, finishing 97, acceleration 99, balance 94. This is very delicious in my opinion, especially combined with the ball treatment, his tight possession on 90, curl 85, kicking power 91. This is very promising, guys. I'm telling you how it is. He looks extremely good. For the last section in his overview, I'm giving you now the best additional skills. Number 1, soul control. Number 2, one-touch pass. Number 3, through passing. Number 4, Marseille turn. And as a 5th skill, cut behind and turn. A main pillar of this video is the player characteristics comparison of the best strikers in eFootball. For this, I created a special customized sheet comparing all of them from the player overview to their statistics, booster craftings, and of course their player skills. I am talking about Romario versus Eto'o versus Rummenigge versus Owen versus Shevchenko. The first noticeable difference is the overall rating. With 105, Romario has got the highest. Even that I never pay attention to overall ratings and do always my individual levelings, this is a first indicator why he is so good, because I leveled all of them very similar. The next difference is the positions. Rummenigge can cover all of them up front, while Romario can play only as a center forward. Romario is the shortest with 169 meters, but this is at the same time his main strength. Due to his body type, he is able to do incredibly tight dribblings. From the overview, we are coming now to the most important part of the comparison, the player abilities. There are some points which are going to surprise you. Just have a look at this. I've highlighted the attributes which are significantly different from Romario to the others. And the first one is already one of the most impactful ones, the attacking awareness. Especially for center forwards, it is so damn important. The higher it is, the faster the player reacts to the ball. With 96, he's got +3 compared to all other forwards. Together with Eto'o and 92 points, he is sharing the highest ball control ability. He has got the 90 in tight possession, which is the highest among all. With 65, he has got the lowest low pass statistics. But therefore, he is equipped with 97, the highest rating in finishing. For a center forward, mandatory. Set piece taking rated 80 is a nice to have, and also here he is sharing the top spot with Shevchenko. The next station is more than just a nice to have. Curl. With 85, he's got +3 compared to the second best Shevchenko, and 85 is also a sweet spot where you can notice a difference in the gameplay. Now we're talking about the biggest weakness of Romario, his top speed. Compared to Eto'o, it is -7. If this plays such a big role, I will show you in a speed comparison test very soon in this video on the pitch. His acceleration is on 99 and is just -1 point behind the best. Together with Michael Owen, he has got 91 in kicking power, which is the strongest of all. For the first page, I summarize, as a center forward, he's got the highest attacking awareness, the best ball treatment, and the most clinical shots with the highest finishing. highest curl, and highest kicking power. The only handicap here is his lack in top speed, so in my opinion, it is already very promising. Let's finalize the player abilities with the second page. Here you can see that his jumping is the lowest, which is not super important for a midget striker like him. But physical contact is. Auto shielding is buffed, so that's the reason why Konami is giving the new player higher ratings in this ability. With 72, it's not super low, but also not as strong as a 81 Rummenigge or Shevchenko. The thing is, in my opinion, he does not need it that much, especially because of the next ability, balance. 94 is ridiculously high. Regarding the aspect that he's already the best dribbler among them all, this makes him invincible. It will be a main aspect which I am going to test too, the nimbleness of all of them. Now we need to talk about the characteristics of the players. You will also see the booster crafting, but they are not important since we talked about all player attributes. Romario and Eto'o have got the lowest rating in the weak foot usage with rarely and in the weak foot accuracy with high. But still, both of them are scoring bangers for me with their left foot. The phenomenal finishing skill seems to help and increase the goal probability with the weak foot. Even with the old Romarios and their same weak foot, I noticed that his shots are exceptional and always a danger for the opponent, but this is also something which I'm going to show you in a specific test. Our last section are the player skills. Since we can equip player with additional skills, I'm paying not too much attention for them. But some of them are rare, so it's nice to have them. On Romario, it's soul control, for example, which is missing. Other than that, all of them are very similar with the exception of one or two skills. Interesting to me is the fact that Romario is the only one who has got the fighting spirit skill. You've seen all of them side by side on the paper. Now I will showcase their differences on the pitch, and starting with the first section, the top speed. I've prepared a speed test with the ball and without the ball. This is the one without the ball. As you can see, there are just marginal differences in the times. Eto'o, Owen and Rummenigge are the fastest with 6 seconds. The next is Romario with 6.1 and the slowest Shevchenko with 6.3 seconds. Alright, almost the same, but how about when they dribble through the whole pitch? For this test, the players are starting from the own penalty point and run to the opponent's penalty point. Of course, they all started at the same time. The disappointing thing here is they are also ending almost all at the same time. Somehow, a big difference is not noticeable. When you have a look at the times, you can see that there's a 3 millisecond difference between the fastest and slowest time. On top, you need to consider that there can be small stoppage mistakes like not 100% straight runs, not millimeter exact finishing, etc. That means that there is an absolutely minimum difference of the attributes impact, but this is not the only test which I've made. As a further experiment, I've used all 5 players in a dribbling comparison, starting with the left stick slow dribbling in a circle. Pay attention to the range of motion. Romario has the smoothest and tightest dribbling here, followed by Owen, then Shevchenko, Eto'o, and the last Rummenigge. Turning from one side to another while dribble slowly is the next part. Same results as the previous test, although the differences here are not quite significant. But what about the finesse dribble? I've asked myself this question too, and this is what happened. A difference in this topic is definitely noticeable and also visible. Especially Shevchenko surprised me that he was not able to execute it as smooth as Romario, even that he's got high ball treatment stats. That shows me that the body type, running type, the player ID in general plays a major role here. To finalize the dribbling test, I'm going to show you now their behavior while performing the fake shot back and forth. First of all, again Romario is executing it very elegant, and again Shevchenko is doing it in the worst style. But take care of Rummenigge. He is the only one performing the skill with the inside heel trick. This is because he is the only one who is equipped with the skill cut behind and turn. Before I'm going into the division with Romario, there is a very special last test which I'm going to show you now. The finishings with the weak foot. Romario's weak foot accuracy is high. Rummenigge's one is very high. Therefore, I'm replicating the same positions and angles with both players against each other to identify their differences. I've made many shots, guys, with both of them, but the accuracy of both is almost the same. Whether from slow or from fast run positions, if Romario could not score, Rummenigge could often neither. There were even some situations where Romario scored and Rummenigge couldn't. How can this be? This is depending from the incredibly high finishing stat of Romario, which is compensating his lack in weak foot. But his player ID, which is unique, plays also a big role in this. But we are coming now to the most important part of this video. Romario in-game. against high-rated opponents. And this time I'm going to make something which I never did before. You will not only see a single full match, but a highlight sequence of many games which I played with the latest Romario. Romario 88, guys. It's not too low, it's a nice to have. Let's see. Lass mal gucken. What is this? No! Was das für ein Anlauf? Look how he's going for the free kick, man.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Romario! It's there!
Romario's back in the game, guys. Romario is back in the game. Knock on.
Can he finish?
Knock on. Probably I will curse.
Hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much.
He's one-on-one, surely! And Romario! Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
In eFootball, there's lots of AI.
Romario
Lots of AI.
driving
Wow.
forwards. Romario! He's scored! And that is goal number 20.
Goal number 20, huh?
Somewhat less than ideal. He's had
Offside.
a shot.
Yeah, it's offside.
Stage, there's plenty of time left yet.
And he's a great shot!
Romario doesn't care.
It's in!
It's a me. Left foot. Was too easy.
And Romario!
Mario
So
schon
the lead
normal.
now
Nicht?
is 2.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out.
Do you see his tight and small touches, guys? Tick, 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 tick.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he made...
And Romario!
Woo!
The keeper, Zico, passing nice and neat.
Knock on.
Romario. And Romario! Oh my word, that is quite something! Big tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's had it!
With his left foot, bro! Romario is one of a kind. He always was, but with his latest card as a goal poacher equipped with phenomenal finishing, he is back on the throne as the best striker in-game for me. His explosiveness, both in running and reacting, is unreal. Combined with his sharp running lanes to the front due to his playstyle, his incredibly tight ball treatment, whether on high pace or slow dribbling, and his deadly accurate finishes, there's no one like him right now. Even that I usually hesitate to recommend players, this Romario could be the player you didn't know you need. And if you watch this video till the end, it means you've enjoyed it, so give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and watch my next video, how to get better at eFootball with 30 tips, officially from Konami. For me, it's time to say ciao, guys. I am going to leave you now with a nice and smooth BAM! Junge!